Alright, so back in the 70s, there was this bad dude named Charles Bronson who was the epitome of what you wanted your dad to be. Like, whenever you thought about your dad beating up someone else's dad, this is the guy you wanted to show up. Or, in some cases, anyone at all. Anyways, Eli Roth made a remake to one of this dude's biggest franchises. It seems like, I don't know, Republicans are loving it. I think it's a decent rent-it. It's a decent, like, action vigilante thriller flick that actually has Bruce Willis showing some emotions. Let me explain. So Bruce Willis is a surgeon. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got a daughter who's about to go to college. His brother's the kingpin, but that still doesn't stop tragedy from hitting him. It actually takes place in Chicago, since if you don't know, Chicago is known as Chirac for the amount of killings that they got there. I actually live in Chicago, but I live in the west suburbs since I'm smart enough to not live next door to a bullet. In fact, this dude lives in Evanston since he's super rich. The place that I wanted to move to when I'm older. Yeah, not anymore. The robbers that come to his house were actually tipped off by a valet dude who snatched the address from the car's GPS when he was returning it to them, which is why I always self-park. And while Willis is off at work, he's doing his surgery, these robbers come to the house, they off his wife, they put his daughter in a coma, and worst of all, they steal his watches that look super dope. As you know, Hank sucks at cracking down bad guys that are like right in front of him, so Bruce Willis just steals a gun from a patient that comes in. He becomes this hooded Batman that goes to save the streets of Chicago, and dare I say becomes unbreakable. Now I know a lot of people see this as a pro-gun movie, and some people see it as the take justice into your own hands kind of movie, and to be completely honest, yeah, it kind of is. But like, they also absurdly point out in the movie that it's harder to get Szechuan sauce from McDonald's than it is to get a rifle. And Willis is even like, alright, if y'all gonna let all these other fools get guns, and then you ain't even gonna protect my family, well, shoo, I'ma Glock up. My man literally learns how to use a gun off YouTube videos. He ends up becoming a viral YouTube video, and he starts cleaning up the streets of Gotham City with his 9. Obviously, people start talking about this, I kid you not, freaking red epic footage that a girl shot on her Motorola phone, and it poses a question to a lot of people. Is he right or wrong for taking justice into his own hands? The movie even got Shue, he ain't even from Chicago, he's from Detroit, but he appears throughout the movie just to argue how he's wrong.
How, Shue?
But if I were to explain my thoughts, I just think it's funny that the same people complaining about this movie find it okay that Batman goes out and he beats up people when he takes it into his own hands. I mean, it's not like he's killing minorities, which some people say, right? He ain't killing brown people like myself. In fact, he's helping them. Like, there's this one kid in the movie who's getting harassed by a freaking ice cream man. And if you find the Paletero man in Cicero, that dude's just selling bootlegs and Gatorades. But when you go down to Englewood, that man's got kids selling cannabis crunch pops. So of course Willis goes in there since the cops ain't doing anything and just straight up Sicarios the dude.
Adios.
I'm not saying that violence is the way. I am just saying that people are smart enough to differentiate a movie from real life. Hence why no one joined the circus after this movie. He tracks down the killers, he takes out 2 at a pawn shop, gives the other one the Midas touch, and then goes full John Wick at a club with the final dude. And like I was telling you, this man is literally unbreakable since he's getting a bunch of bullets blasted through him and all he's got is a bathroom stall door protecting him. He gets out of that place with like just a scratch, goes back home, fixes himself with a staple gun. By the end of the movie, he's bringing his daughter back home from the hospital, and that final robber hires like an entire SWAT team. They come into his house armored like they're playing Black Ops or something. Willis hits him with the old monster under the bed trick. Sicario's the final dude like he did the ice cream man, and now his house has more holes than a Yeezy shirt.
How, Shue?
He then uses this break-in to cover up his tracks and any leads that the cops had to think that he was the vigilante, and the cops are super understanding and just go, aight. We then learn that the one thing that will truly bring peace and satisfaction to Chicago is none other than pizza. That deep stuff.
Come in and get stuffed with us.
Did you like this movie or did you hate it? Let me know down below in the comment sections. I'm a big fan of the originals. I know they got some really dumb stuff now that you watched it in 2018, and we are as progressive as it can be. But this new one, you know, it's a little revenge thriller. It ain't saying everybody's got to go out and buy guns. There's actually a dude who goes in there, buys a gun, thinks he's gonna be like the next vigilante. Man gets killed super quick, doesn't respond. So, you know, it's just a movie. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Let me know what other movies you want me to cover down below in the comment section. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll send you a slice of that za that Hank was eating at the end of the movie.